I come from Botswana, and in the early 70s and the 80s, we had a lot of men from my country leaving the country to go to the nearest countries like South Africa, mainly for the mines, because they needed the jobs in the mines. So this poem is called Fading Diamonds, and it is a representation of what our families in Botswana were left with as the men left for South Africa. I write this poem as if it is an old thing, not a poem, not a town, perhaps as an idea, as politics, as land, as war, as love, as blood, as needing, as envy. This poem is a diamond because it happened to me in a dream like an important thing. This poem needs to be heard. I write this poem because I'm hungry. Ancient Hindus believed that diamonds were tears cried by the gods or splinters from falling stars. But I know diamonds is a granted wish because diamonds, I believe, are love letters hidden for us by our forefathers, hidden for us and our children. For days, we will need to be reminded of how resplendent our existence is supposed to be here. And in the same breath, it is a fact that 1% of women population in the world will ever wear a diamond. This is a fact. This is the story of my grandmother and all the women in her bloodline. My grandmother only knows diamond rings as flowers, and they don't color her existence anymore. She and her women only collect tin cans that decorate their backyards in the morning time, and diamonds for them means nothing. For them, the story of diamonds is 3 billion years of diplomatic submissions of migrant mine workers that left the heart and the souls in my country to flee for freedom. For them, the story of diamonds is 3 billion years of diplomatic submissions of migrant workers that held on too long to the diamond dream. I imagine hush winter mornings harmonized with liberation toi songs in languages they do not speak. These black men digging. Yo. In languages they do not speak, these black men digging. The only memory I have of diamonds is that of my uncle returning from Marikana with an English name, a new wife, a bottle of beer, an empty bag, and 2 cigarettes burning between his toothless lips. He said, "The struggle is over. How long did you hunger for home, uncle? How long did you hold on too long to this diamond dream, uncle? Didn't you curse all the stars that silently watched as the diamond dream faded between your eyes in the dust of crashing stones? How long did you hunger for home, uncle?" He cannot give me an answer, my uncle. He's too excited for the bottle of beer in his hand, and one hand holding onto a wife that we have never known. A wife with an English name, a wife with an English aura, a wife that we have come to know as our wife. The word diamond, I am told, comes from the English word adamas, which means invincible. But how has this bloody gorgeous thing enticed our tribesmen enough to trade their families, to trade their bodies for diamonds they never even held between their hands? But this is my story, and diamonds are my story. My husband works in the diamond mine, and I write about diamonds. But my grandfather died a one-legged man. The complicated story of another land mine. My grandfather died a one-legged man. The abolition of peace and the destructions of war. Let me tell you the story of diamonds. Once there was an ocean to cross, guns, bullets, black bodies, digging, families. This is the story of diamonds.